Hello, guys. Nice orange, right? I know you want it, but I want it too. It's either you or me. We can split it though. Ah, you don't want the fruit. You just want the peel to make a cake. In that case, I'll have the fruit and you have the peel. Bingo.
Why do we believe that in most interactions, somebody has to lose for another one to win? Today, in Deciding How to Decide, we will talk about the zero sum bias.
What exactly is it? Zero sum is a situation where the resources gained by one party are matched by the corresponding losses to another party. Zero sum bias is to judge an interaction to be zero sum when it's not the case.
My gain is your loss, or conversely, my loss is your gain.
Think if the following situations are zero sum. 1. Two negotiators splitting a fixed amount of money. Money is a limited resource. Zero sum. 2. Colleagues fighting for the same position in a company.
Limited resource, zero sum. 3. Two small children fighting for a toy. Zero sum if there's only one toy in the room. Non-zero sum if there are plenty of toys in the room. 4. A tourist buys a craft in a local market paying a fixed amount. Not zero sum. Trade brings gains for both sides. Each one is getting something more valuable for them than what they are giving up. Then 5. Baby's love for mom and dad. Not a limited resource, not zero sum. The love for one parent won't decrease the love for the other.
And why does it happen? Zero sum bias evolved as a cognitive adaptation to enable successful competition for limited resources. Mates, food, status. Animals, including humans, are wired to believe that the resources of their environment come in limited supply.
Thus, whenever another creature takes a unit of that supply for themselves, a prey or land to hunt, it means there is one unit less of that resource available to them, making survival marginally more difficult. We compete harder when we know resources are limited. It remains an instinctive way of thinking, reflected in our search for wealth, good jobs, and status. Second, we tend to believe that most social relations are antagonistic. Many times we can see that cooperation is possible. Third, the personal history and previous experiences of each person influence how much he is affected by the bias. Maybe Joe had a tough economic situation when adolescent, while Bob didn't.
And why it's important. Believing that every interaction is a zero sum game increases personal conflicts and decreases the opportunity for cooperation. Relationships suffer at every level. If Party A thinks an interaction is a zero sum game and acts accordingly, Party B will assume the same, initiating unproductive rounds of friction, escalation, and retaliation. The interaction will yield inefficient solutions. Let me ask you something. Do you think immigration is a zero sum game? You will tend to think so if you only heard to certain voices. There is an irrational fear and prejudice toward immigrants. Local workers tend to think that jobs are a scarce resource and are fearful to be left without one if they have to compete with newcomers. Zero sum bias. Questions. Do immigrants compete for the same jobs as locals? Do they have a high degree of entrepreneurship and create new jobs? Do they bring other positive things to the country? New ways of doing things, culture, cuisine? Are immigrants rivals of the local workers? What do you think? And what to do about it? Now you are aware of this bias, so that's a good start. In any competing situation, check the resources that are at play. Is there a scarcity issue for any one of them? The specific needs, preferences, and perspectives of each party. Are they mutually exclusive? What do they want? Does everybody want the orange juice, or someone wants only the peel? Look for cooperation opportunities. In a negotiation, try to explore with your counterpart if there are ways to expand the size of the pie. Now, a disclaimer. Remember, this video is not the last word regarding zero sum bias. Its goal is to ignite your interest in this topic so you can do your own research. Send us your feedback so we can continue with this conversation. Time to go. See you next time. Thank you.